Good morning from our hostel in Flores, Guatemala. We are heading home today. I have a little friend this morning in her room. I went outside to check the temperature. And this little guy was outside. I wanted to come inside. What do you think of Bidoof? You like Bidoof? No? The kitty's leaving us. Goodbye, kitty. Thanks for keeping us company this morning. I think this is one of the cats. There was one that we saw yesterday that was just like stretched out, like on a chair downstairs. It's sort of interesting. Pretty much everywhere in Guatemala has stray dogs, but Flores seems to have stray cats. You gonna follow us to breakfast? We're going downstairs to see what they have. We have a kitty friend in us. So we're looking at the menu right now. They have a lot of delicious looking food here. We saw people ordering burgers yesterday. This is a massive menu, but we're getting some breakfast. And now we have a turtle on the run, running to the hostel right now. That's out of the water. Hi, buddy. Are you apprehensive? I'm sorry. We're sitting way back there waiting on our breakfast, which should be ready soon. So my food is here. I got the breakfast burrito, which looks phenomenal with some plantains and beans and fruit, but then I also wanted to get some more fruit too. So I ended up getting this massive plate of fruit. And then here's what Dennis got. This is the holy guacamole. That is very aesthetic and pretty. All right, so we finished up with breakfast. We went upstairs, got our bags, and came down. We're about to hopefully get a ride over to the airport, which is only about a mile away. Apparently, Dennis slept in one of these hammocks. This was an incredible hostel to stay at. Just honestly, absolutely gorgeous. Okay, and we just left Los Amigos Hostel, which was so nice. It was so incredibly nice. So unassuming, just like pretty much everything in Guatemala. Just the exterior, this is just the epitome of Guatemala. Or just this is what it looks like, but inside, it's a secret mystery. And now we're just turning the corner and heading down to the water, down this cobblestone road, and hopefully getting some sort of a ride to the airport. Okay, we were just walking, and one of these just was passing by, so we are taking this to the airport, and we are pretty cramped in here, right, Dennis?
Yep. I think it's called a tuk-tuk.
Or tuk-tuk. This is the main road, Flores. The outside of it. There's the bridge here, and this is where we were pretty much dropped off yesterday. The airport's like right over here somewhere, so we should make it there pretty quickly. We have our bags jammed in right behind us, and we were just basically sitting on each other's laps. Right now heading to the airport. Flight leaves in about, I don't know, an hour and a half or so. We shouldn't need too much time to get through security, and we did it. We made it to the airport. That wasn't that bad at all. A little cramped. This is what we just rode in. This tiny little, what did you call it? A tuk-tuk? Alright, so now we're just printing our boarding passes and heading to the gate, which shouldn't take too long. This is a pretty tiny airport, okay? And we just made it through probably the most simple security that we've experienced this trip. It's kind of cool because they let you through security with beverages here. So I was able to bring my Powerade from yesterday, and we brought some water too. Alright, so we just checked our tickets and our passports, and we are getting onto our plane for Guatemala City. This should be just another very quick 45-minute flight. Flores, and on our way back to Guatemala City. You can sort of see Flores way over there, just the island in the mist. That was a very small island. It looked a lot bigger when we were flying in the other day. We've landed in Guatemala City. We are heading back inside the airport along the tarmac. This is pretty cool just to walk underneath the airport concourse. All right, so we picked up Dennis's checked bag. We're going through customs, I think, and then heading back into the airport. Wow, this was much less busy the other night when I got here. It was like very quiet. Lights are still flickering though. This is incredible. Look at all these people. They're waiting here. Everybody has balloons. This is like a party. Wait, and there's the cafe that I got my hot dog at when I first got to Guatemala. And now we cross the street and we're heading upstairs. I like the reflection situation we have in here. Just endless Guatemala boys in every direction. Perfect, okay. So this is where we head back into the airport and presumably through security. Yes, because this is where we got dropped off by our shuttle the other day when we flew to Flores. And look how familiar this looks. That's where we had breakfast just a couple days ago, which does not feel like a couple days ago. Okay, so what are your favorite trip moments? Because this is where we depart.
It's so hard. I think it's got to be between Arcatanango or Tikal. I can't choose one. It was so good.
Really?
Why are you trying to hurt me?
Tikal, I mean, I understand. Tikal, I was looking forward to it a lot. I'm glad that you got some video for me, and I got to experience at least the sunset. And then we went back during the daytime, so that was really nice. We had a really cool guide who'd been working there for like 20 years. And he even gave me some like leaves to munch on, and they made it into a tea for me, which was really nice. Okay, so now we are heading downstairs for international departures. Passing through this little area right now. There's some gift shops and some food. Okay, but a quick stop to get another souvenir. I got this Gaio refrigerator bottle opener because this was the beer that we had the most. I'm trying to spend the rest of my quetzales before departing, but I do need to get to the gate. Okay, so I made it through immigration and I got some stamps in my passport book, and now I'm gonna get some lunch. There's a Starbucks down here and a Gaio Cerveza. So we've reached some sort of like a little food service area. There's a Subway down there, a cafe, a McDonald's, a grab and go, it looks like, and then another like merchandising area over there. So I'm going to get some McDonald's. I'm pretty sure that this is the burger that I got the other day. So I have 50 quetzales left to my name. I have to spend it wisely. So Dennis went through security first, and his flight is first, so he is departing. We just got some McDonald's. Lilu's getting some food over there. But goodbye, Dennis.
Bye.
Thanks for planning the trip.
Great time, and maybe we can do it again.
Yeah. So for lunch, I decided to get some fries, and then I got the Magnifica, which looks pretty interesting right there. And I got this Mandarin McFlurry here. So this seems like it's going to be great. Okay, so I'm looking through this gift shop here just to see if there's any other merchandise that I can get, any souvenirs for the 50 quetzales that I still have. If not, then I'll just keep it as a souvenir, just the money. All right, I ended up getting this little Guatemala refrigerator magnet just because it's very quaint. It shows the colors of the cities and then the volcano. There's this cool little play area, but it's currently closed right now, but I'm heading over to the gate. All right, so I've made it to the gate, and I'm here with Lilu, who has a lot more quetzales because he's going to be at the airport a little bit longer than I am, but he lent me one of every single quetzal here that we've been using this trip. The exchange rate is $0.13 to 1 quetzal, which is pretty cool. I also bought these to bring home to Brennan. There it is, that's the plane that's going to be taking me back to the United States of America, and we are currently boarding right now. And so I just was right in there with Lilu, just waiting until my boarding group got called, and now he's going to wait at his gate. So we are taxiing away from the gate right now, and way over there you can see the airline that we walked to get to and from Flores. And now we're taxiing to take off, and this is one final look at Guatemala City. Pepsi in honor of Guatemala having Pepsi, pretty much their national drink. There were Pepsi stores everywhere in Guatemala, but they did not have Pepsi, ironically. So I got my usual ginger ale. So I could be mistaken, but I think that those are the Florida Keys, which means we are almost back in the United States of America. Taxiing to our gate, and this is a much better experience than my trip through Miami about a week ago, that's for sure. All right, just disembarked the plane, and I'm about to head through immigration. I'm actually pretty unaware of the process, so I have to technically leave security and come back through after going through immigration. The sun's setting right now, and I am waiting for the SkyTrain to passport control. So I have to get off at a couple stops, and I think that this is my concourse that I'll need to go back to anyway to head to Orlando. All right, off of the train and down to passport control. All right, so I've successfully made it through immigration. Now I need to, I guess, exit the airport and re-enter the airport. Well, maybe not. I think I can head out this door for a connecting flight. I guess there's just like a special line for connecting flights that works out. And now I'm finally officially back in the United States. Wait, there's where I actually went into immigration, and that was a pretty quick process. And then they had a separate, presumably a separate bag check area for us to head back to connecting flights. So now I've turned around and I'm heading in the opposite direction, back towards my gate, probably the gate that I came from or close to it. I didn't really show this airport at all last week because I just pretty much sprinted across the concourse to make my connecting flight. I also considered playing a little prank on Brennan where I would tell her that I got a souvenir for my trip for her, and then I would get like a keychain that says Miami, Florida. but that'd be a little bit mean. So that's my gate right over there, and what I'm going to do is conclude my trip the way that I started it and give it a beautiful poetic finale by getting a hot dog. This looks so familiar to me right now. I feel like I've been here before, but I do not remember when or with who or where I was going or coming from. So I got a pretty simple sauerkraut hot dog there with the Powerade, and I am sitting all the way in the corner, low in the mirror. I'm pretty tired, but my flight board's in 30 minutes and then it is back to Orlando. So I'm at my gate for Orlando. Hopefully they'll be calling my boarding group. I am so ready to get home. I am so tired. I've been in 4 airports today, traveling for like 12 hours, waking up on an island in Guatemala and ending my evening finally back home. I had probably the most incredible adventure that I've had in such a long time, and it was absolutely worth it. I had a few trials and tribulations I had to sort of work through, but I'm glad that I did it. I had travel issues, communication and sanitization struggles, and major dehydration, but I still had fun. Just like that, I have made it to Orlando, Florida. It is very late in the evening, but I am back home. Feels like 1,000 years ago that I ate at this Wendy's before my trip. And now I'm back in Orlando and taking the shuttle. There's the people mover. It's going to take me back over to the main terminal. There was also a Brightline train that opened up at the airport that I could have taken technically from Orlando to Miami, or vice versa. Right now, Brennan is on our way to come pick me up, but it's probably going to be about midnight by the time that I make it home. But I am so ready to be home. I'm ready to give her the souvenirs that I got and tell her about my adventure this past week. This is also a pretty familiar view as well. A little bit less busy now. So this week I got to explore Antigua. I got to hike the Pacaya volcano in the rain. I got to hike the Acatenango volcano. I got to see the volcanic eruption of another volcano from the summit of that volcano. That was Fuego. I got to experience the culture of Chichicastenango and Penajachel. And I went to Tikal, and that was somewhat of a struggle, but I still got to experience it. I wish that I got to walk around and climb more a little bit around Tikal, but I got to go at least. And then we went to Flores. I got to stay at hostels for the first time ever in my life, and they were awesome. We met so many people from these hostels from around the world, and just shared these adventures and experiences with people that we're never going to see again, but it was such a cultured and just unanimous experience. It was so cool. Brennan just got here to pick me up. I had such an incredible time this week with Dennis and with Lilu. We had such a cool experience in Guatemala, and I did international travel for the first time in like 15 years, and it wasn't that bad. It was fun. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. Have a great day, and goodbye.